Sports movies are a popular genre that can inspire, thrill, or make us laugh. But not all actors can pull off playing an athlete on the big screen. Some look like they were born to play the role, while others look like they never held a ball in their life. In this article, we will rank 20 actors who played movie athletes, from the best to the worst, based on their credibility, charisma, and skill. We will also look at some of the sources we used to make our list, such as Yardbarker, Carrot 1 Carrot, Brad Dixon, Squared Carrot, Screen Rant, Cubed Carrot, and IMDb. Carrot 4 Carrot. 11. Summer Catch 2001. Summer Catch is a romantic comedy film about Ryan Dunn, a local baseball player who falls in love with Tenley Parrish, a wealthy woman who encourages him to pursue his major league dreams. The film is set in the Cape Cod Baseball League, where Ryan plays for the Chatham A's. The film features several actors who played athletes in other movies, such as Freddie Prinze Jr., Jessica Biel, Matthew Lillard, and Brian Dennehy. However, not all of them were convincing in their roles.
Discovers is that they're most likely surfers, surfing their way to the biggest waves, following the biggest waves across the coast and then down into Australia and Hawaii. And in realizing this, he decides to embed himself in Southern California's surfer culture, and there he meets Patrick Swayze's character, Bodie, and his team of outlaw surfers. This film, it's really hard to know how to adequately do justice to its greatness in words. I personally feel like this is one of the best action films, well, ever, but certainly of the 90s. And it manages to be both sublime and ridiculous with a complete sense of commitment, complete conviction. And I think that that's part of what makes it so enduring now and so incredibly watchable. This is a movie that once I start watching it, I can't stop watching it. Part of it has to do with its slightly hard-boiled dialogue that manages to feel both real and over the top at the same time, but somehow that's just...
12. A League of Their Own 1992. A League of Their Own is a sports comedy drama that tells the story of the All-American Girls Professional Baseball League, a women's baseball league that was formed during World War II. The film focuses on the Rockford Peaches, one of the teams in the league, and their manager Jimmy Dugan, a former baseball star who has to deal with his own personal demons and the challenges of coaching a group of diverse and talented women. The film features a stellar cast of actors who portray the fictionalized versions of the real life players and coaches.
Mom, I'm real good with ball players.
It takes commitment.
I like a big girl. A large, voluptuous, full-figured, massive honey. Yes! Anybody got a problem with that?
Okay.
And sometimes, the best catch in town is right in front of you.
So you mow her lawn?
Let me introduce you to a good friend of mine. This is Ryan Dune. Done.
I saw you at the game. Those outfits are cute. Nice. They're nice. They're cool. It's cool. Okay, I'm gonna shut up now.
This summer, Warner Brothers presents Freddie Prinze Jr., Jessica Biel, and Matthew Lillard.
Any more garbage from you guys, and you're warming the sticky vinyl of a bus seat back to mommy.
You got more than that, son.
Come on, kid, get up. I got it.
You've been given this gift.
You get the
13. Rocky 1976. Rocky is a classic sports drama film that tells the story of Rocky Balboa, a small-time boxer who gets a chance to fight the world heavyweight champion, Apollo Creed. The film is not only about boxing, but also about Rocky's personal struggles and relationships, especially with his shy love interest, Adrian. Rocky is played by Sylvester Stallone, who also wrote the screenplay and created one of the most iconic characters in cinema history. Apollo Creed is played by Carl Weathers, a former football player who delivers a charismatic and confident performance as the champion.
This is their chance to show they've got the moves.
My name's May, and that's more than a name, that's an attitude.
The motivation.
You crying?
No.
That's
There's no crying in baseball!
And the magic.
This used to be my playground. This used to be my childhood dream.
Tom Hanks, Gina Davis, Madonna. They're people you'll never forget. People in America's #1 comedy hit, A League of Their Own.
Creed 2015. Creed is a sports drama film that follows Adonis Johnson, the son of the late boxing legend Apollo Creed, as he pursues his dream of becoming a professional fighter. With the help of Rocky Balboa, his father's former rival and friend, Adonis trains for a shot at the title against the reigning champion, Pretty Ricky Conlan. Along the way, he also falls in love with Bianca, an aspiring singer who suffers from progressive hearing loss. Creed is a spin-off of and a sequel to the Rocky film series, and features stellar performances from Michael B. Jordan as Adonis, Sylvester Stallone as Rocky, and Tessa Thompson as Bianca.
Come on! Wanna hit on me? Come on! I'll break both your arms so they don't work for you!
$50. You and your girl Adrian, you have a nice time, yeah? Thanks.
Hey, Rob.
What?
Remember what I told you?
What'd you tell me?
Take her to the zoo.
Come on! Come on!
Do you believe that America is the land of opportunity?
Yeah.
15. Raging Bull 1980. Raging Bull is widely regarded as one of the best sports movies of all time. And Robert De Niro's performance as Jake LaMotta is often praised as one of his finest. De Niro convincingly portrays the rise and fall of the middleweight boxing champion, who struggles with his violent temper, his jealousy, and his self-destructive tendencies. De Niro trained extensively with LaMotta himself, and gained 60 pounds to play the older version of the boxer. He also delivers some of the most realistic and brutal fight scenes ever filmed, thanks to the meticulous choreography and direction of Martin Scorsese.
I think that's true in life.
So you're gonna leave me too? You know how many times I had to carry the heavyweight champion of the world up these stairs because he couldn't walk. Ribs broken, nose broken, eyes swollen shut.
What are you afraid of?
I'm afraid of taking on the name and losing. Call me a fraud.
You're still caught in the shadow.
Every move that I make, every punch that I throw, everything's gonna be compared to him.
You are Apollo Creed's son, so use the name. It's yours.
This kid's been nowhere. He's never faced nobody. You don't know nothing about me. You a false Creed.
You do this, you're going into a storm.
What's wrong with you? Hey, somebody help! Rocky's sick.
I found life in the darkest of times.
If I break, I ain't gonna fix it.
16. The Wrestler 2008. The Wrestler is a powerful and poignant drama about Randy, the Ram, Robinson. Mickey Rourke, a former wrestling star who tries to revive his career and reconnect with his estranged daughter, Evan Rachel Wood, and a stripper he loves, Marisa Tomei. The film shows the harsh reality of the wrestling world, where the performers risk their health and dignity for the entertainment of the fans. Rourke delivers a stunning performance that captures the physical and emotional pain of his character, as well as his passion and pride for his craft.
I had some unique problems from the start. When I first viewed the film and met with Martin Scorsese about doing the titles, I suggested that the titles be in color, the Raging Bulls particularly. And he said, well, you just saw the film and it's in black and white, how can we do that? And I said, well, leave it to me. So I took the black and white negative and I converted it onto color stock, and then shot the background and duplicated the pure black and white that it was. Then I superimposed the red title over it. And when I first met with him about my idea, I thought and said that this guy is not a raging bull, he's a raging bull. And to illustrate that, I took the space out from between the words raging and bull to bring tension and muscle to it. When we came to integrating the title sequence with the rest of the film, it was now on color stock. And so they were the 75 prints that were...
17. Space Jam 1996. Space Jam is a sports comedy film that combines live action and animation. Starring basketball legend Michael Jordan as himself. The film also features several NBA players, such as Charles Barkley, Patrick Ewing, and Muggsy Bogues, who lose their talents to a group of aliens who challenge the Looney Tunes to a basketball game. The film is a fun and nostalgic ride for fans of Jordan and the Looney Tunes. But it also raises the question of which actors made for the best and worst movie athletes.
Have you ever seen a one-trick pony and feel so happy and free? If you've ever seen a one-trick pony, then you've seen me. Have you ever seen a one...
Ci beviamo una birra? Una birra?
Non hai una figlia?
Sì, ho una figlia, ma non le sono mai piaciuto.
Dovresti chiamarla. Che cosa vuoi da me?
Sono un vecchio pezzo di carne maciullata. Me lo merito di restare da solo. Voglio soltanto che tu non mi odi. 2 parole. Rivincita. Ci sto. Con un po' di fortuna sarà il mio biglietto per tornare in cima.
Tell me, friend, can you ask for anything more? Tell me, can you ask for anything?
Questo è l'unico posto dove non mi faccio del male.
Io sono qui.
Vale la pena, anche se perdi tutto.
18. Trainwreck 2015. Trainwreck is a romantic comedy film written by and starring Amy Schumer as Amy Townsend, a magazine writer who doesn't believe in monogamy and has a series of casual hookups. She meets Aaron Connors, Bill Hader, a sports doctor who treats famous athletes, and starts to develop feelings for him. The film follows their relationship as they deal with their different lifestyles, expectations, and insecurities. One of the highlights of the film is the performance of LeBron James, who plays himself as Aaron's best friend and confidant.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa, I don't play defense.
Warner Brothers presents Jordan, Bugs Bunny.
Special delivery!
Together, they just might save the world. Space Jam. You've never seen anything like it.
Mwah!
19. Rollerball 2002. If you are looking for a movie that features some of the best and worst movie athletes, you might want to check out Rollerball, a remake of the 1975 sci-fi classic. The film stars Chris Klein as Jonathan Cross, a former NHL hopeful who joins a violent sport called rollerball, where teams of skaters and bikers compete for a metal ball in a circular arena. Along with his teammates Marcus, LL Cool J, and Aurora, Rebecca Romine, Jonathan becomes a star player and a target for the ruthless promoter Alexei Petrovich Jean Reno, who wants to boost the ratings by increasing the bloodshed.
La semaine dernière, c'était lui.
C'est du vin que tu bois là?
Hey, Mark Wahlberg, la ferme.
Mark Wahlberg? Mark Wahlberg pèse 150 livres. Moi, je suis Mark Wahlberg qui a mangé Mark Wahlberg.
Avant de me juger, vous devez savoir que je m'en sors très bien. J'ai des amis formidables, un appartement génial et un super job dans un magazine pour hommes.
Je t'aime bien, Amy. Tu es intelligente, mais pas trop brillante. Tu es assez jolie sans être vraiment belle. Tu es facile d'approche.
Merci beaucoup.
De rien. Tu vas rédiger un article sur un spécialiste en médecine sportive.
Vous écrivez un article sur moi?
Excuse-moi, on regarde Downton Abbey ce soir?
LeBron, je donne une entrevue.
Faut que je le regarde ce soir, parce que tous les gars parlent que de ça pendant l'entraînement et moi je suis mis de côté.
Il est grand.
Vous regardez le sport?
Le sport, j'adore ça.
Votre équipe préférée?
Les Orlando Bloom.
On va prendre un verre?
Ouais.
Where have you been? You were supposed to be here 4 hours ago. You said you were gonna help.
Yeah, well, I got hung up.
Okay. Well, you missed the cutting of the cake.
School I already ate. Stopped at a steakhouse on the way here. Had desserts, appetizers, the whole deal. I'm stuffed as hell.
Good for you.
Got this for the kid. A luxury present.
Don't you want to give it to him yourself?
I mean, you could probably just give it to him. He's 1 year old. Does he even know what planet he's on?
Just what I need. There's just another thing that I have got to do. Kenny! No. No.
It's not trying to be doing it in a sexual way. I'm just trying to comfort you. You seem all stressed out and postpartum and after birthday and shit. I'm just trying to make it cool.
You know what? This is Toby's day, Kenny. This day is for Toby.
Duh. I know that. You're the one making it about yourself.